Unit 6, Week 2. The selection this week is called The Big Blizzard. Remember our essential question, how can weather affect us? Read how a blizzard affects the Hernandez family in New York City. Rosa and Eddie Hernandez huddled close to the radio and listened carefully to the scratchy voice of the news announcer. The blizzard of 1947 is the biggest snowstorm in New York City history. Tremendous amounts of snow and terrible weather conditions caused the city's subway system to shut down yesterday from Wall Street to Spanish Harlem. Parents are even forbidding their children to go outside because it is so dangerous. The weather forecast for today predicts that the snow will stop. In the meantime, Mayor O'Dwyer's message to all New Yorkers is this: help each other in the face of this disaster. "Oh, Mama," whispered Rosa, "will Papa ever get home from work?" Mama gave Rosa a big hug. "He must be stuck at work and unable to get home," she said. "He is stranded, but don't worry. The snow is slowing down now, and I'm sure he will make it home soon." Mama went into the kitchen to make lunch. She came out carrying her coat and scarf. "We are out of milk and bread, so I need to try and get to Maria's market," said Mama. Rosa and Eddie jumped up and begged to go with her. Mama had kept them inside for 2 days because it was snowing too hard to go out. "No," said Mama, "it's too cold." Rosa and Eddie knew they shouldn't argue with Mama, but they were tired of being indoors. "Oh, please take us outside. We can all go to the store together," said Eddie. "Okay," said Mama with a sigh, "but we have to stick together and stay close to each other." Mama helped Rosa and Eddie bundle up in their uncomfortable but warm wool clothes. When they got outside, they were astonished and amazed to find a wall of snow several feet high. Luckily, their neighbor, Mr. Colon, arrived with 2 metal shovels. "Who wants to help dig out?" he asked. Mama, Rosa, and Eddie took turns shoveling snow. It was hard work, but no one fussed or complained. When they were done, they looked across the street. Maria's market was still snowed in. Mrs. Sanchez, the owner, was trying to clear the snow with a small broom. "Mr. Colon, may we borrow your shovels, por favor?" asked Rosa. "I think we need to give Mrs. Sanchez a hand." Shoveling the walk in front of the store was easy. It was a piece of cake for Rosa and Eddie. They laughed and threw snowballs, too. Mrs. Sanchez was grateful for their help. "Gracias," she said, and gave Mama milk and bread from her store as thanks. As Rosa and Eddie crossed the snowy street with Mama to go home, they heard a deep, familiar voice. "Is that my Rosa and Eddie?" "Papa!" they shouted and ran over to him. Rosa told him breathlessly about how they helped Mr. Colon and Mrs. Sanchez. "It is such a relief and a comfort to finally be home," said Papa. "I am so proud of you for helping our neighbors." Make connections. How does the weather affect the Hernandez family? Tell about a time when you or your family helped out in bad weather. I'm hoping that you made predictions while we were reading the story. Did you follow the details in the story to give you your theme? The theme of this story was what? What do you think the theme was? You figure that one out. This is historical fiction. It's a made-up story that takes place in the past. It has illustrations that show the setting and how people lived and often helps create a mood. It might have happened, it could have happened, it was possible, but it didn't. Idioms. I think I'd better do a different video on idioms. The idiom in here is on page 422. Stick together is an idiom. Are they actually going to be stuck on each other? No. Can you find any other idioms?